Sagas of valor and violence, of breakneck action and hair-raising adventure that have endured from the age of legend.
The mightiest band of warriors the world has ever known.
Supreme over all the kings and lordly in appearance, the oldest hero is King Gilgamesh. Born from the god Lugobanda and all-knowing goddess Rimat Ninsun, little is known of Gilgamesh's life until his appointment as the King of Uruk. Not exactly the best name for a city, but it'll do. Regardless, as king, Gilgamesh grew arrogant. He was forceful, and he left no son to his father and no daughter to her mother. Thanks to this, the people cried out to the gods for help. As such, the goddess of creation Aruru created a wild man clone of Gilgamesh named Enkidu. When he arrived in Uruk, thanks to the influence of the harlot Shamhat, he found Gilgamesh in the act of sleeping with a newlywed before her husband. Enraged, Enkidu grappled Gilgamesh. When the two found their truly immense strength was equal, Enkidu and Gilgamesh embraced and kissed. And at this point, Gilgamesh would set out on an adventure with his close associate, Enkidu, to slay the infamous forest monster, Humbaba. When they arrived and killed the beast, they returned to Uruk with a cedar door from a tree that scraped the heavens as a sign of their triumph. Now, this door's weight we can estimate. Considering the density of cedar and the given dimensions, we know that this door weighs nearly 100 tons. That's pretty impressive, but it doesn't tell us something. His striking strength. Luckily, there's a way to figure out Gilgamesh's minimum stats. His sheer size. When the Bull of Heaven Gugalana attacked Uruk, he snorted out giant craters, and Enkidu fell in the third one. This crater would have held 400 people, and Enkidu was held up to his waist. Thanks to calculations, we can determine that Gilgamesh was therefore 30 times larger, stronger, and faster than any elite human being. Thanks to these scalings, we can determine that he can lift 10 tons, punch with over 35,000 pounds of force, run at over 800 miles per hour, and react to attacks in 8 milliseconds. Unfortunately, Gilgamesh has relatively few feats of direct speed. His only notable one is that he traveled 50 leagues, or about 275 miles, in a single day, or 24 hours. If you'll do your math, you'll realize that this is about 11 miles per hour. Impressive feat of stamina, not necessarily speed. Anyways, when Gilgamesh returned to Uruk, he found the goddess Ishtar trying to seduce him. He called it off, pointed out that all her exes had unfortunate things happen, and enraged, Ishtar sent down the Bull of Heaven, or Gugalana. Combined, Enkidu and Gilgamesh took down the beast. But with what? Not like they just tore the thing apart and threw its ass at the goddess. Oh, interesting. Did not know these notes were here. How about that? One of the more interesting things about Gilgamesh's arsenal is that it all weighs a lot. His axe of the road weighs 7 talents and 7 minas, or 480 pounds. Considering it's a blade that can kill a snake that Inanna, god of magic, couldn't kill with magic, that's pretty impressive. Considering there's a god Enlil who nearly wiped humanity off the face of the planet, gods are pretty powerful, so that's pretty impressive. Gilgamesh also wields a sword that weighs 514 pounds. He also wields a dagger and a harness, which is pretty strange battle armor, whatever, which both weigh 1 talent, or 67 pounds. But even with a nice harness as battle armor, Gilgamesh is mortal, very much so. When the goddess Ishtar tried to get her revenge for the death of Gugalana, only the intervention of the sun god Shamash could stop her, and only from the death of Gilgamesh. After 12 days of illness, Enkidu passed away. Understandably, this shook Gilgamesh up a little, so he went on his own odyssey to Utnap-Ishtim, an immortal. When he finally arrived after days of labor and the vial of immortality was upon him, a snake ate it. He cried out, for he was now mortal. Gazing back upon the city, upon his great deeds, the story ends here. Gilgamesh's life was a long 126 years, but he can die, and that is his greatest weakness. In a fight, the fact that he did not wield ranged weapons, much armor, and has limited experience against monsters doesn't help either. But he is Gilgamesh. Lordly in appearance, surpassing all kings, he's like a wave that destroys walls of stone. He can lift 100 tons, killed the monsters Humbaba and Gugalana, and slew lions. He can travel 50 leagues in a day, was allowed entrance into Mount Masha when no mortal man could. He outran the sunrise and rescued Inanna from the snake immune to incantation. He is King Gilgamesh, Shutar Ili Sharif.